What's going on, guys? Chris from Reform here, doing the first part of the video series that I've been talking about here lately, and I've been having you send me questions that are fitness and nutrition related. So part one, we're going to go over about 10 to 12 questions, and the first one is from Susan, and it is, how do you burn fat, create muscle, tone up, and do it without eating boring stuff? Is 30 minutes of mixed exercise enough about 5 times a week to get fit and lose a few pounds over, say, 4 to 5 weeks? I'd just love a few tips to stay motivated and keep the mindset right. Thanks. So loaded question there, obviously. As far as burning fat and creating muscle and toning up all at the same time without eating boring stuff, there's a kind of a stigma out there that eating healthy means eating chicken and broccoli every meal, and that's just not how it is. There's tons of websites out there that have a lot of good information, a lot of awesome recipes, grocery lists, anything that you need to go make some awesome meals that are healthy. And you don't even have to make chicken and broccoli. Like, that's not a thing. That's just kind of a myth. As far as creating muscle and losing fat at the same time, that means we're going to need to have our protein dialed into the right number. I normally recommend about 1 gram per pound of body weight when you're trying to lose weight, just because protein provides satiety, which keeps you full, and then also allows you to keep the muscle, as you're in a caloric deficit. So losing weight, caloric deficit, so consuming less than what you're burning every day, protein's right, and then exercise. So it's going to be about 80% eating, 20% exercise, and it's also going to be 80% eating well. 20% is kind of your time. 30 minutes of mixed exercise 5 times a week to get fit and lose a few pounds over 4 to 5 weeks. Yes, that's going to be plenty of exercise to lose weight over 4 to 5 weeks. Fit, it's kind of just like a general term, and it means something different to everybody. So will you be fitter than you were 4 to 5 weeks previous? Yes. Will you be where you want to be? That's debatable. I don't know what your current fitness level is, but it's 100% possible to lose, a good amount of weight and getting a good routine over 4 to 5 weeks. Motivation and keeping the mindset right. Just know that this is a journey. This is not something that, the end goal doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. You need to be happy with yourself right now, and just know that you're out to improve yourself. So you're improving yourself, but you love yourself every step of the way. Know that you're going to mess up, and it's okay. We all mess up. And as far as mindset goes, just focus on your end goal. And then once you reach that, you set another goal, and then you keep moving forward. Another thing that I like is setting micro goals on your way to the big goal. So if you want to lose, 100 pounds, set the marker at every 10, every 20 pounds as a micro goal, and then that way you have something to look forward to, and so you can kind of see, the light at the end of the tunnel rather than just looking far away at the huge goal. Next question is from Eric, and he actually trains with me 3 days a week. So his question is, I currently work out 3 days a week with a trainer, me, in 30-minute sessions. How do you know if you should add more days or add different types of workouts into your routine? Eric, so I know him really well, obviously. So he could add more exercise to his routine, and he could benefit from that. He's in good enough shape, and he can definitely go longer than 30 minutes. So if he can find the time, I would definitely recommend doing either more weights, or he loves to go biking, so he could do that as well. Different types of workouts, we switch that up all the time. But adding more days is just going to be personal preference, whether you want to do it by yourself or with a trainer. And it just comes down to time and budget and how much time you want to spend on it. Different types of workouts, like I said, we switch that up quite often, so pretty good there. But you know that you need to switch something up when you're stagnant for a good amount of time and you're not making any progress. So you either need to switch something up in the kitchen or switch something up in the gym. All right, so next one's Dave Bryan. He says, I'm 90 kilograms and I'm 5'11". I constantly struggle with weight. I have high cholesterol and an underactive thyroid. I take meds to keep things stable. I've tried different workouts to lose weight without great success. Any tips nutrition advice would be greatly appreciated. So, Dave, I understand hormone issues. I've had them since I was about 23, and they suck. I mean, there's no other way around it. Sometimes those hormone issues mean you can't lose the amount of weight that you want to lose, when you want to lose it. And, that's okay. It's, hormone imbalances are unfortunately a part of our daily life. They happen to a lot of people now. But I think that you can probably get your nutrition in check a little bit more. Make sure you're eating well 80% of the time, and give yourself that 20%. Different workouts. For one, you have to stick with something long enough for it to work. You can't program hop and do something different every 5 to 10 days and expect, immediate success. I think you need to give something a chance to work if you're not doing that. So let's get, a gram per pound of body weight as far as protein goes, and then have someone dial in your carbohydrates and fats. And let's see here. The workouts, let's try to just work on your rest periods, keep them a little bit shorter, get that heart rate up and down. And then obviously just keep going to the doctor, keep getting those hormone panels done to see where your hormones are at and what you need to do medication-wise. The next one's from Nick, and he says, so I'm 13 stone, 8 pounds, and I'm 5'8". I use MyFitnessPal to monitor what I eat. I've been training for a year. I have some definition, but still lots of fat around my chest and lower belly, especially in my left breast. It is not as defined as my right. My workout is fairly heavy, around 8 to 12 reps per set. I like to superset. I only have around 18 to 1900 calories per day, and I want to lose weight rather than bulk. What's the best way to lose fat off certain areas and build muscle definition at the same time? I'm only trying for 200 grams of protein, 120 grams of carbs a day. Am I doing anything wrong? All right, Nick, so loaded question here, obviously. So let's shoot. Your protein goal seems right. Carbs may seem a little low, but everybody's different, so it's going to be what your body responds to. But we need to have someone, a dietitian, or find a good TDEE calculator online. That's your total daily energy expenditure, to kind of dial in your calories a little bit better to see, if that number's right for you and maybe too high, maybe too low. And then kind of go from there. But let's see. I wouldn't say you're doing anything wrong. You're moving and you're trying to eat better. So nothing wrong with that. There's just always tweaks that we can make. I have an article on density training that you should check out. I think throwing some more exercise together in trisets and quad sets, if you have room in the gym, may, spark some progress. I think that'll be good for you. As far as weight in the left breast, I don't know. It could be gynecomastia. I've dealt with that as well. That's just when there's like tissue around the breast that just kind of starts to develop, and you have to either take medication or have surgery. I was able to clear mine up with medication called Clomid, so you may talk to your doctor about that. But as far as like spot reducing, that's not a thing. We can't do that. If you're gonna, if you're gonna lose weight, you're gonna lose it everywhere. We can't just say I want my love handles to be gone, and that's just how it is. Because that's not how it works. Unfortunately, I wish it was. Next, we have Kelly, and he says, do you know anything about cardiac rehabilitation? I've taken a course on it, but obviously I'm not a cardiologist, so I can't do anything in the realm of doing exercise recommendations or prescriptions for that. I've had doctors send me clients before that have had cardiac issues, and they kind of give me guidelines of what they can and can't do, and then we work from there. So I can do that, but as far as prescribing what you should be doing, that needs to come from the doctor, and they may say you're just good to go, and then you can just rock it out. So see what the doctor says, and if they say you're good to go, let's hook up, and we'll go from there. But otherwise, they can just send me whatever your guidelines are. Next one's from Ian. It says, 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. After treatment, including chemotherapy and an operation, I'm thankful that I made a full recovery, but my problem is I'm finding it difficult to lose weight after not having energy to exercise, and now I'm stuck in a rut. First of all, congratulations on being a cancer survivor. That's huge. That's awesome. You fought through it and you made it through, so that's great. Hats off to you for sure. And I think that we just need to maybe talk to the doctor and see what they say about long-term effects of chemo. I've worked with some cancer survivors before, and the chemo is rough on your body. I mean, there's no doubt about it, and it can take a long time to recover from it and build that stamina back up and build that muscle back up to where it was. If that's not what it is, let's dial in your nutrition, eat well 80% of the time, and get you working out. As far as energy goes, it could be from the chemo. It could be hormone imbalances. It could be a lot of things. And it may be one of those things where you need to do shorter workouts at the start and just build up. You may not get the progress that you want as quick as you want, but I think that can help get you out of the rut because you'll be able to do something rather than, being too tired to do anything. So I'd say get those hormones checked out, talk to your doctor about long-term effects of chemo, and then maybe start with shorter workouts and just really dial in that nutrition as well. Next one's from Thomas. He said, "Hi, Chris. I've hit a dead end with my training. I can't seem to get any more gains, and I'm not sure if I'm getting enough protein. How much protein do you need? I'm stuck. How much protein do you need to get more gains? I'm stuck at 80 kilograms." So let's still stick with the 1 gram per pound of body weight. So 82 kilos would be about 180 grams a day. And then, like I said earlier, find a good TDEE calculator or visit a registered dietitian. My wife's a dietitian, so she can help you with that if you want her to. So just shoot me an email, chris@reformedathletes.com. And training-wise, if you haven't switched it up in a while, maybe we need to switch up the training some. Get a little bit different training stimulus, but definitely dial in that caloric intake, and we'll kind of go from there. So next, we have Patrick. "Hi, Chris. I'd say diet and doing the same routine in the gym." Pat, just try eating well 80% of the time, and 20% is for you. And as far as eating healthy, it's not as hard as what people want to make it. There's tons of websites, there's tons of good free resources out there for eating. You can talk to my wife about, nutrition. Just try to stay away from doing a certain diet because those, they lead to a pretty high dropout rate. Doing a meal plan leads to a pretty high dropout rate because you get tired of the same stuff over and over. So just find one of those free resources, dig into it. Meal prep, that's going to be huge. And then as far as the gym goes, you can download my ebook, 25 fat-lasting workouts that take 20 minutes or less. It may help you change it up a little bit. Tons of free resources online that you can see. I post workouts sometimes. And you may need to get with a trainer if you're just in a rut and you can't and don't have the time to write down a workout and try to figure out what you need to do. The next one's from Laura. She says, "Motivation. I keep thinking if I'm not sweating buckets and buckets, or that I'm not doing exercises for large chunks of time, then it's not worth the effort to put shoes on and get gym clothes." Let's see. Any advice or help would be greatly appreciated. So Laura, what you need to understand right now is that sweat is not the only indicator of a good workout. You can get a great workout and really not sweat that much. You don't have to spend a ton of time in the gym. I get clients results in 30 minutes. If you can work out a little bit longer, yeah, that helps. But, the thing that thinking you need to be on an elliptical or whatever, or a treadmill for 2 hours, 3 hours, that's just not the way to go about it. So you can get a workout in 20, 30 minutes if that's all you have, because that's going to be better than nothing. Okay, so just know that this is a journey. Keep pounding along. Be happy with yourself. Know that you're going to hit bumps in the road, but just really understand that, being super sore and sweating a ton is not the only indicator of a good workout. So the last one here is, "Hey Chris, it's from James. Hey Chris, I was wondering if I could get a meal plan off you. I play soccer, I do martial arts as well, but I don't think I'm eating the right foods. I'm gaining a little bit of muscle, but I'm a little bit small and I have some stomach fat. What can I do fitness-wise to lose it?" So as I said earlier, I'm not a fan of meal plans, but my wife can help you out nutrition-wise. Just get with me, and we can set that up, and she can kind of lead you on the right path as far as foods go. Workouts for soccer, you're getting enough long-distance cardio playing soccer, so let's stick with more high intensity intervals in your weight training and not do any, dedicated cardio because you're getting that in practice. And I think that will go a long way in your training. Keep rest to a minimal, go hard in the gym, 8 to 15 reps ish. And I think you'll really tone up and loosen that stomach. But like I said, get with me if you want to talk to my wife about nutrition, or find some of those websites online that just really, give you a guideline of what you can do as far as nutrition goes. So that's part 1, guys. Be on the lookout for part 2. I'll be releasing that shortly. If you have any other questions, shoot me an email, chris@reformedathletes.com. Otherwise, have a good day.